Imagine waking up one morning and realizing the very core of your identity, your ability to communicate, think, and connect with the world around you, is slipping away. This is the haunting reality that Dr. Jill Bolte Taylor, a celebrated Harvard neuroscientist, faced during a severe stroke which incapacitated the left hemisphere of her brain. In this eye-opening conversation, Jill takes us on a transformative journey through the anatomy of the brain, the mystery of consciousness, and the profound insights she gained when her brain, her sense of self, shut down. What if everything you believed about how your brain functions, how you feel, and how you control your thoughts was only half the story? Could you consciously choose who you want to be in any moment? Jill's story challenges us to rethink mental health, trauma, and the full spectrum of human experience, revealing how integral embracing all parts of our brain is to living fully. At the start, Jill presents a tangible, real human brain with its spinal cord, an organic marvel weighing just a few pounds, yet home to 50 trillion meticulously organized cells. Contrary to the machine-like image many of us have, the brain is incredibly soft and delicate, cushioned securely in layers called meninges, protected but vulnerable. This biological organ does far more than process facts and commands. It forms the essence of who we are. Jill explains that our brain is divided into four distinct neuroanatomical parts, each shaping facets of our personality, emotions, and cognition. The left hemisphere predominantly governs logical, analytical thought, and the ego, the me that defines boundaries and social order. The right hemisphere, on the other hand, is immersed in the present moment, experiencing connection, possibility, and a broader sense of self beyond individual identity. Within both hemispheres exist emotional and thinking systems, making four characters or core personalities dwelling in everyone's brain. Jill's narrative turns gripping as she recounts her stroke on December 10, 1996. The hemorrhagic event devastated her left hemisphere, the seat of her language, organization, and self-awareness. Suddenly, she found herself adrift between fragmented consciousness and euphoric detachment without her personal identity or ability to communicate coherently. Imagine not knowing who you are or how to ask for help. Jill's left brain voice went quiet, leaving her floating in a timeless, boundless state, connected only to the here and now, experienced through the right hemisphere. Despite the severity of her condition, Jill found awe and gratitude even in her vulnerability. Her survival and slow recovery over 8 painstaking years forced her to redefine happiness, purpose, and the meaning of being whole. Losing the part of her brain she once prized as a scientist freed her from ego-driven pursuits. Instead, she embraced the right brain qualities of connection, presence, and acceptance, transforming both her personal and professional life forever. Jill demystifies the four parts of the brain by naming the distinct roles they play. The left-thinking part, character 1, is the pragmatic organizer, focused on facts, details, and control. Left emotional, character 2, is where past pain, trauma, and emotional reactivity reside, often driving defensive behaviors and addiction. The right emotional, character 3, experiences the sensory present with playfulness, curiosity, and spontaneity. Finally, the right thinking, character 4, holds wisdom, integration, and the ability to self-soothe, nurture, and find peace. She highlights how modern society is heavily skewed toward character 1, emphasizing productivity, individualism, and constant doing, often suppressing the vital emotional and present moment awareness residing in the other three. The imbalance not only breeds unhappiness but perpetuates the societal crises of addiction, trauma, and disconnection. Interestingly, Jill reveals that while these four characters are always active to some degree, we are usually unaware of consciously picking which part drives us at any particular moment. Yet, through awareness and practice, we can learn to choose who we want to be, depending on the situation, a powerful tool for emotional regulation and personal growth. She shares practical insights like how even subtle actions, such as focusing light to specific parts of the retina, can stimulate one hemisphere, shifting our mood and state of mind. Through cultivating this whole brain awareness, one can balance work and play, past pain and present joy, logic and compassion. Jill challenges the common desire to simply eliminate emotional pain or trauma. Trauma exists for an important biological reason. It protects us by signaling where danger lies, primarily stored in the left emotional brain. Rather than suppress or fight it, she advocates recognizing trauma's role, valuing it, and then integrating it with the other parts of the brain, especially the right hemisphere wisdom that offers love, safety, and healing. This holistic approach transforms trauma from a prison into a catalyst for growth, turning pain into purpose. Jill's own experience shows how rebuilding brain function post-stroke relied on awakening neuroplasticity and harnessing all parts of her brain, not just the lost left hemisphere functions. With her cellular neuroscientist's precision, Jill reminds us that mental health is intimately tied to the health of individual brain cells. Sleep reigns supreme. Without deep restorative sleep, our brain cells cannot clear waste or reset. Nutrition and hydration are vital. What we feed our bodies reaches every cell, affecting function and longevity. Movement fuels neuroplasticity and encourages balance across brain systems. Even play and joy engage the right emotional brain, critical for emotional well-being. She cautions against over-reliance on substances like alcohol that damage cellular membranes and disrupt hydration. Instead, cultivating a lifestyle that respects the brain's biological needs offers a foundation for enduring mental health. The conversation closes with a hopeful vision, grounded in Jill's lived experience. Our next step as humans is whole brain awakening. If we balance the mechanical, controlling left-thinking self with the compassionate, present-aware right hemisphere, we can dissolve alienation and division. Instead of me versus you, we move toward we, as one human family connected to each other and the planet. She shares a poignant reminder: life is a precious miracle, beating improbably against the odds, and understanding our brain's full potential allows us to live more fully in awe, gratitude, and presence. By learning to pause, breathe, and tap into different parts of ourselves, we gain the power to manifest our own mental health and unlock deeper relationships with others and with ourselves. Dr. Jill Bolte Taylor's courageous journey and pioneering insights urge us to look inward with fresh eyes. How often do we run on autopilot, dominated by one narrow mode of being? What might shift if we recognize the four personalities inside us and consciously invited balance? The brain is not just a machine of logic, but a soulful orchestra of feeling, wisdom, protection, and presence. Could embracing its full symphony be the key to healing our own trauma, unlocking resilience, and cultivating peace? When life doesn't turn out the way we dreamed, might there be a better way, one grounded not in fighting what is lost, but celebrating what remains and what can be reborn? In the end, Jill's story leaves us with a simple, profound invitation. Pause, take a breath, and ask yourself, who do I choose to be in this moment?